Hello there, my name's Mike Ram, and today I'm going to talk to you about expertise. You are able to be an expert. You may not know it, but you probably know enough to be an expert in some way to somebody else. It doesn't mean to say that you have to know everything about a subject in order to teach it. Now, the doctrine of expertise was sort of best put together and articulated by Socrates, who was holding forth in his prison cell about who you'd go to if you wanted to be told about law. Well, you go to a law expert who's a lawyer, and they'd be able to teach you about law. Or if you wanted to find out about medicine, then you go to the teacher of medicine, the person who knew about it. You wouldn't go to the woman next door, for instance. And if you wanted to find out about mathematics, then you go to the teacher of mathematics on the presumption that he'd be an expert on it. And so on. You wouldn't go to somebody completely uneducated. So this notion of expertise has been around for 2.5 millennia. And it's a good one, really, because there are people who tell you otherwise. You know, you can go and talk to the man in the pub and he'll tell you more than the expert on the television about certain subjects, but that's sort of to get sidelined. Now, the term expertise insinuates that you have a mass body of learning on a subject. If you're an expert, you know everything about that subject. And I'm here to debunk that slightly. You don't have to know everything about a subject. Sure, if you're practicing medicine, then it's a good idea to have gone through the qualifications and slightly beyond, and to read up a lot about, things going on in the body and how it responds to certain forms of treatment, and so on. And in law, you obviously have to have read up the cases, but you don't have to know every case in history in order to know points of law. And so it is in marketing and various other fields. You have to know just more than the people that you're talking to, just more than the people you're trying to teach. There's quite a famous example of a sociology teacher who got rave reviews from his class at the end of the term because he seemed to know so much. But in fact, the secret to his brilliance was not that he knew everything about sociology and surrounding subjects, but it was that he always kept just slightly ahead. And his argument was, well, I know the next chapter, and that keeps me able to be useful to teach. And that's all you have to do in this field as well, just know more than the people who you're teaching. And really, as soon as you know the basics of marketing, then you're going to be useful to somebody. Because as soon as you know what you have to have in place to start making money online, then you'll be able to, in a position to teach somebody below you that much knowledge, and so on. And as you go on, your body of knowledge will grow bigger and more sophisticated, and your articulation of it will become better. So just because you don't know everything, don't think that you aren't capable of being an expert to somebody out there.